Oh, all right. So the wait continues. Our justice correspondent Candace Kelly is here with us to break this all down. Let's start off with what Dre is talking about and just the ones who have been selected so far to wait to see if they go on to the next round.
Mm.
Just the wait alone, just the slow process. The defense attorneys, prosecutors probably concerned about how this is going to affect the jurors. In your opinion, how will it affect these potential jurors?
Well, Mike, first of all, good morning. This really is just a part of the process,
Good
but
morning.
jury fatigue comes along with this process. That you have all these people who are waiting for that next stage. They're just sitting there, no phones, right? Then we also have the people who are waiting to be questioned. They're 12-hour days, as we just heard Dre Clark report about. And it's also a question of just fatigue by the attorneys, too, or who have to go through all of these jurors, figure out a new level of expectation because so many of them know Arbery himself, his family, so many know the McMichaels, and just
Mm-hmm.
trying to figure out, you know what, this is a different threshold that has to be met. Just because you know somebody who's on the defense or on the plaintiff side, it doesn't really count you out. So all of that is just making everybody very fatigued. We're going probably into the third week. We're now at just 47 people.
Yeah.
As you know, have to reach a number of 64. So a lot more to go, mate.
A lot more to go, and they started off, I believe, with 1,000 potential jurors that were going to come in, but there are reports are coming out that half of them aren't even showing up for this jury selection process. How does that impede both sides?
You listen, it really impedes both sides because even with the 1,000, we are not at our 64 people yet. And what's questioned, what a lot of people are saying, and what's a question now is the people and their safety. Some people just don't want the exposure. Some people do not want to go through the process. Some people, they have jobs, they have daycare situations, and some people just don't want to come and serve.
Hmm.
But what is on the minds of a lot of people, and this was a question, is how safe am I going to be in all this? We see the protesters outside, where certainly there's
Mm.
not a lot of commotion in terms of anybody being in danger, but they're just concerned overall about what they hear in the community and how they feel. So a lot of people not showing up, you're right, a big deal. It's going to take a little longer to get through because of that.
Yeah, and we got to note that the jurors reportedly, well, from what Dre Clark in the reporting, saying that they're coming in through the back door. They're not even seeing these protesters or the demonstrators that are out there. All right, so
Exactly.
I heard that the judge said that some of the questions, the jurors coming off a little uncomfortable, a little
Yeah.
aggressive. Explain that for us.
Well, listen, I think that these attorneys, as we said, they're fatigued. They're tired of going through the process of trying to figure out what is on these jurors' minds. Listen, some of these jurors we're talking about 5 minutes. Some, we're talking about 50 minutes in terms of just the grouping. How quickly do we go through this? They're just tired. They want this to kind of wrap up so that they can move on to the next phase. They're also just concerned about obviously what's going on outside. As you said, the jurors don't even see that. They come in the back way, but they're just tired overall about all of these outside things because when you have these motions and you keep on questioning protesters outside or what's going on the outside, when people say it doesn't really have anything to do with the inside, you waste time where you should have been questioning jurors. So all of that is just making people tired of the process, attorneys included, and especially the judge who is saying, come on, judges like to keep on
Hmm.
schedule. He's off schedule now, but probably by next week, we will be at our 64.
Yeah, we might not even have court today because of a personal issue with him. All right, so we're already talking about maybe a possible appeal by one of the defendants, and they want to put this on record with the judge just in case.
Yes, the attorneys for the defendants, they're saying, listen, judge, we know that you are making a lot of quick rulings. And what happens on appeal is that they go back to the record. They look at the record and they see the rulings that the judge made. Well, the judge is making a lot of rulings that are very, very quick. The defense does not like that. They want the judge to really go into explain detailed information on record about why he decided one way or the other so that they can really kind of poke holes on it on appeal. So it's interesting, Mike, that they're thinking about appeal already. We haven't even begun the process of the trial itself. Um, I would imagine that they have some concern already about how this is going so far. But of course, any attorney worth their salt is going to be thinking about an appeal, but they are really thinking about it. They're saying, Judge, whatever your reasoning is, please put it on record. Please explain yourself so that we can use that in an appeal, they are already thinking ahead.